Good morning, good day, good evening, good afternoon, whatever it is, wherever you're at, whenever you're watching this video. Making my calls earlier today. My bank did have some half dollars set aside. They actually have more. I got to go pick up some more. This is what I just happened to grab. 10 rolls here, halves. I got some different style wrappers here. They were nice enough to keep these. I'm curious on this. That's a nice old school wrapper there. Couric Products, Clifton, New Jersey. $10 halves. So I'm just going to do a couple of these live. We will see what kind of half dollars we're going to get. Of course, I'm hoping for silver. Always hoping for silver. Get an older collection. And then I will take some time and I will do these off camera, take a look at, we got about 4 different style wrappers there. I'll take some time off camera and look for double dies on some of them, and I will bring you back in, of course, as time goes by, if there's any kind of finds. Right now, though, we're just looking edge hunting, 72, for any kind of silver. Do a couple here from each of the styled rolls here. Not that that makes a difference. I'm assuming this is all going to be from the same person. All right, no silver. That's looking newer edge. 83. That's going to be a good condition, 83. All right. 384. No silver on that one. And one more roll here live. And like I said, I'll speed this up. Take a look at these off camera here just to see what we have, and I will bring you back in for any of the finds. First 4 rolls there, though, no silver. I'm going to take a closer look at these off camera, look for those double dies, and I'll bring you back in for any finds along the way. All right, folks, here we are after the first 10 rolls. I did get some more half dollars, still customer wrapped on there, but more to come. NIFCs. We have 2004 Philadelphia, Denver, 2004 Denver, 2008 Philadelphia, 2006 Denver, and a 2021 Denver. I am building 2 NIFC collections. I did have some 2023s in there, but I threw those back. Don't need those. But take a look at this one. I've been looking and staring at this. That is some massive cud issues. I'm like, oh, maybe it's damaged post mint, but when you flip it, noticing those two, when you flip it, there's no damage to this side. Damage there, so it's not like it was pinched or pushed. When you look at the edges, you can see the fill amongst that reading, but look, I mean, you can still see the edges of the reading in between there along the edge. No significant change in thickness, so again, it wasn't collapsed or pinched. The same thing on this side. Little fill there, and then some reading and reading underneath it. So I don't know. I'm going to say this is a huge, looks like somebody had pushed it into the die up there. You'd lose the L for Liberty, part of the I. ERTY is missing on this side. But I'm going to say that's a cut issue. Make those comments below. Tell me what you think, if that's post-mint damage or if you think that's a cut issue and what I should do with this. I might at least flip this up. It's really dirty. I don't want to put it through a cleaner per se. But yeah, so a good cut find. I'll bring you in after the next 10 rolls. All right, folks, next 10 rolls, not as much for fines. Got a couple more NIFCs. We got 2012 Denver and a 2017 Philadelphia. The other one we did have is we had a Susan B. So we actually profited 50 cents off that roll. Somebody put in a Susan B. Anthony dollar, 1979. I don't know how they made that mistake. It's, I guess, they're relatively close in size, but that was hidden in that roll. So those 3 finds, I'll get on with the next 10. All right, folks, here we go. Bringing you in for roll number 27. Finally getting some silver. Look at that nice edge I saw there. That is a 1968. There we go, 40% silver. That was a nice shiny edge. And if you could see it here, look at, there's number 2. We got a twofer. Let's take a look here. 1967 Philly. That is another 40%er. And I almost overlooked it because it was so dirty within it. But look at that one right there. Dirty 1968 Denver again. So there we go. Roll number 27 is giving us 3 40% silvers. Finally getting silver in these customer wrapped rolls. All right, folks, here we are. Roll number 29. Let's take a look. These have been pretty quiet rolls, but these have been my silver rolls. And look at that. Can you see that from your angle? Right there. Third one in. This is silver number 4. That is a 1967. So what's that one? Ooh, really dirty. 7 bicentennial. See anything else? That's looking pretty good. 80 bicentennials. All right. I'll bring you back in for roll 30 summary shortly. All right, roll number 30 did give us probably the most exciting in that it is silver. Rolls, let's see here, 21 through 30 gave us 2 1967 40% silvers and 2 1968. One very dirty, but look at the shine and the luster on that one. That one's in really good condition. Still a lot of details in there, a little chatter, little nicks here and there, but that is a beautiful 1968 40% silver. All right, those last 20 rolls were definitely searched through. They were labeled. This one did sneak through, and I could see why. You got that nice mirror edge there, but man, that is dirty. There we go. Now you can see it a little bit better. If you look at that right, frosted front, the mirror-like edge. Let's try maybe a little closer here. Here, same thing. You can get that at the right angle. You can see that mirror. That is a proof. That is a San Francisco minted, and that was the only find here. So let me bring you in for this box of finds. All right, here we go. $500 worth of half dollars. I did have to go through many banks. I was just picking them up. I didn't want to order a full box. I wanted to see customer wrapped. What did I get? And this is what I got. So I can't complain too much. We did make 50 cents on a roll with this Susan B. Anthony. Was in one of the rolls. I did have that in the final group, that bicentennial San Francisco proof, but man, that is beat up, but it's still a proof nonetheless. We had a slew of NIFCs. We have a 2004 Denver, 2006 Denver, 2008 Philadelphia, 2012 Denver, 2017 Philadelphia, and we had 2021 Denver. I did have some 2023s in there I didn't pull out. Those are more common, and I got plenty of them, so um, didn't feel I needed to include that in these summaries. Of the good finds, we have two 1967 Philadelphias. These are 40% silver, so decent edges in there. Well, the edges still confuse me at times, but that one, because you get a nice dirty in there, but that clad and silver edge. We had two 1968, one very dirty, both Denver mint as well. That's a nice, good conditioned silver. Edge checks, but so we had two silver 1968s, 1967s, and then we had that odd find. There it is again. That is definitely a cut error. The more I look at those, um, so phenomenal find, odd find at that. Hopefully, get some feedback on this coin coming soon. But there you guys go. There's my box of $50. Took me a while to accumulate all of these, and like I said, at least the last 20, last 30 rolls were definitely a coin roll hunter's spoils. So, but I'm happy with these finds. Give me those clicks below. Click that thumbs up. Click on and comment on that comment section. Click that subscribe. And until the next time, folks, have yourselves a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful day and happy hunting.